we're headed over to Jamie Seal's house. He lives at Richardson Creek. Jamie lived in a mobile home like a lot of folks across the mountain. A third of those folks can't find work. If they came across the mountain, they'd just be getting minimum wage jobs. And if you've got an old broke down car after 2 or 3 weeks, it's shot and you don't have anything. You're in worse shape than you were before. So those folks find it really difficult to find work that could sustain them, pay for the gas, pay for their vehicle, pay for the repairs, and come out ahead of it. So anyway, Jamie lived over there in a mobile home doing little things he could for some money, but the roof on the mobile home began to leak, and it leaked into the home, and he got mold everywhere. So it just ruined the inside of his home. He had to rip out all of his walls, and he didn't have money to do any of the repair work. So the only room that he could save was the back bedroom on the left side of the mobile home. And he did that, but he's been living literally in one room for the last 2 to 3 years, trying to find somebody that could help him get it back. He has a son and I think a nephew that could come and live with him, wants to come and live with him, if we can get this back in livable shape for him to be able to manage and maintain. Jamie is a giver. He works with the rescue squad in Sneedville. I believe he works with one of the fire departments. He's at everything that you go to over there trying to help folks. So he's on the giving end rather than the receiving end most of the time. And it's just a shame to see people that get in that situation and then there's nobody to help them when it comes their time of day.
So did he get the roof fixed?
He got the roof fixed, and we were able then just to go in and start working on the inside. One of the things we had to do was take the porch off and completely redo the porch, but we've done a lot of work on the inside, at least in the kitchen and living room area. And we'll see how far they've gotten this week. This is a second team that's come in. And if we need a third team, we'll do that.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the mission program. It's evolved over the years. It started real small, and then it got real big, and then economic problems occurred, and it got small again. So tell me about this mission team.
It's beginning to grow. The team that we're going over to see is from Englewood Baptist Church. They're from Englewood, Tennessee, which is, if you go down 411 to Maryville, they're halfway between Maryville and Cleveland. So they're this side of Interstate 75, but they're still on the way to Chattanooga.
Okay.
So anyway, that we had grown, and we were seeing 25 to 30 home repairs a year. And we were a part of what was called, through the Baptist Church, the Southern Baptist Convention. Not all the teams were from there, but most were. And it was called Appalachian Regional Ministries. So they had a well-defined website, and any church that wanted to do mission work, even if you weren't Baptist, you could go to that website and then click on the state, and you had all of the ministries that would host you if you wanted to go do mission work there. And Southern Baptists wanted to redirect their efforts to suburbia. So in 2018, they dissolved the Appalachian Regional Ministries, and the website went away. So there were a few teams that still were able to find us over the next couple of years, but then when COVID hit, that went down. In 2020, we had 0 teams come in, 0 home repairs. And we've started letting these groups that used to come, we've let them know that we're still in the home repair business, and we still host teams, and we've even got more places to stay now than we used to. So that is enticing some of them to come back. Back at that time, we had a full-time mission team director, and the only way that we could get funding for his position was to ask, when teams came, we asked them to bring a fee per person and that went to the position. But since our teams went back down to a very low amount, that brings back in just me and some volunteer folks, Walter Heap and Monty Emerson, that are volunteers that are helping or direct the teams when they come. And so without paid people, that lets the teams come free again. Most places do charge still, so that makes us a very they want to come to Rogersville because that is a much cheaper place to come.
Are you still are you on a national registry now where people can find you, or is it still like word of mouth?
It's word of mouth.
Yeah.
They took the registry away. We are listed under the North Carolina Coalfields Ministry, but you have to call North Carolina and ask them for a list before they will give you the names of organizations. So it still pretty much just puts it back in our hands to get word out that we are a place, we're a ministry in East Tennessee